Dean, how nice is it to have Boone on this long road trip?
Yeah, it's fantastic. Obviously, he is a big, huge part of our hockey club, and he's been a part of it since the start. He just hasn't been on the ice. But to actually have him on the ice and have his energy and his his leadership, although he's been a voice in there, even though he hasn't been on the ice. Yeah, I think the guys are jacked to have him on the road too.
Any lineup changes tonight?
This is their lineup changes. I can't even. When did we play last? Did we play 7D last time?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. So there will be lineup change because Sillinger will be in tonight.
Just having that strength up the center of the ice with Cole, it's got to be a big advantage as you begin this road trip, right?
Yeah, and you know what? I think we've done a real good job. The group's done a great job of, filling. Obviously, when we've had, guys come out of different positions, and we've double shifted a bunch of people, and guys have just committed to however we're rolling with our line combinations or our D pairs, and it's been a good feeling of just the team first mentality, and it's not about the individual, and the guys have done a great job of doing that.
I don't know if you heard it or not, but Dante Fabro addressed that in the post game the other night, just how tight the room is. Have you noticed that over and above maybe some of the other rooms you've been a part of?
Yeah, you know what? We've talked a lot about the adversity that this team has gone through, and sure, that's been part of it, but it's taken us a bit. We've brought different people in to the team as well this year that weren't. Also, it's taken a bit of time, but yeah, I think our group is as close as any team that I've ever seen, and obviously it's given us an opportunity to have some success because of that. Combine that with the work ethic that they've put out each and every night, gives ourselves a chance.
You mentioned earlier this season we were talking about the top line and just how Monty was really easy to play with. But now Marchenko has played with a couple different wings. He's played with a couple different centers and keeps on producing. Is he also a guy maybe that is easy to play with just because of the way he battles for pucks and makes things happen?
Well, I think you hit it on the head with his compete level, his battle level, and sure, he's got a skill set that he can score goals. He's got good numbers, but what he's doing is he's competing his ass off, and he's winning loose pucks and races to loose pucks, and competing. And yeah, so I think when anybody does that, he's a pretty easy guy to play with.
How's it feel to be back?
Feels good. Obviously never want to be out of the lineup, and we got 6 here before the break. Obviously this is a big road trip. Starting off tonight, and it's just going to be back with the guys.
You never want to miss games, but especially when a team is playing the way you guys are playing right now, you want to get in and be a part of that, right?
Absolutely, and when I was out, I got to watch from up above, and you learn some things. You kind of see the game from a different perspective where you don't get to when you're playing the game, and I thought that was helpful and beneficial for my game personally, and obviously just the way the guys have been playing and the way they've been battling for each other and coming up with wins has been huge.
What kind of things do you look at from up top?
I think just things where you maybe have more time than you think, and certainly when you do beat a guy or make a cutback. You have more time than you think, and so just I guess poise type stuff where you can find holes in teams are playing, and things that what we're doing well and why we are creating is holding on that puck for maybe an extra split second. That's gonna open up a lane and not forcing things as well. But so I guess just little things like that.
Since Sean went down, there's been so much focus on center ice and the guys who have filled in and stepped up and that type of thing, all those cliches. How important has that been over this stretch as guys who have stepped up and taken that extra responsibility?
Yeah, obviously Fance is I know it was really good to see him have Patrick there in Toronto, and obviously Dalbell having a big night as well, and two guys that have I guess Dalbell for sure came in and he's playing really well. He's a great guy, and it's no surprise there. He's a great player, and I think all the kind of the. Everyone used to say that we don't have good centers. Their center's a weak spot in this organization, and I think we're just proving that we want to do it. We want to prove that we want to be here and we can play and we can compete with teams and help this team win. So yeah, everyone's definitely raised their level and hopefully we get some guys back soon.
You bring that up, and that's where I was going to go. How much pride is there in that very topic, that it used to be a question mark, and it's really no longer a question mark on this team?
Yeah, I think it's all just noise, right? It's all just things that people say, and obviously, yeah, we're young at a time, and we're still trying to build and still trying to get to the level where we can play at and can compete at. And things take time, and we're young guys, so. But yeah, we definitely want it, and that internal competition within each other is big, and we all got great relationships off the ice, which is super special.
One more for you. When you see Boone with you, even if he's not playing, just having him on the road, having him on the plane, around the hotel, what does his presence around the team now mean?
He's our captain, right? So his presence is obviously huge. He's a great dude, and like you said, even if he's not in the lineup, then just having him around, having him on the ice, being able to just pass the puck and receive a puck from him in practice and stuff like that has been uplifting for our group. And he was on the card table yesterday on the plane for the first time in a while, so that was good. And yeah, just having him around is it's very good for our group.
How is it different just being on? I know you've had a lot of workouts at home. How's it different being on the road with these guys?
Yeah, it's a lot different. It's great. Packing for the trip yesterday felt like my first one ever. I was scrambling on what to bring, but no, it's awesome to be back here with the guys and just travel, be at the hotels, go to dinners with each other, and hang out here. It's a step in coming back, and happy to be on this trip with them.
The coach talks, the players talk about what your presence means to them. What does their presence mean to you, just being around these guys?
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, when you're injured, it's not easy to stay involved and know what's going on when you're kind of away from the team. Half the year when they're on the road, and even when you're at home, it's just practice days. And when you're with them on the road and traveling and practicing, you're more involved in the group, and that's just how it goes. And so you feel good. Like this is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be with these guys, and obviously not playing yet, but to be traveling and practicing, and like I said, all the off the ice stuff, and going to hotels and dinners away from home has been great.
There are people who say that's the stuff you remember more than anything else anyway, right? Is that bond, that kinship that you have with your hockey brothers?
Yeah, no doubt. And yeah, you miss it. I mean, I got a little taste of it. Obviously getting hurt before the first game of the season. No trips like that. We started at Minnesota and Colorado, and that was the first road trip for the guys, and haven't been on the road since last year. So it's been a while, but it feels great. I don't know how else to say it other than it's been fun being on here out there with them, and I just want to keep it going and hopefully get back into the games with them here soon.
Whose idea was this? Was it your idea to come on the road? Did they ask you?
I think it's best. I mean, I'm trying to get back and to work with our coaches and skate with the guys. Obviously, you never know. With our schedule, it's tough to get practices in. So when you can get those morning skates in with the guys, I think that's beneficial to, gearing up to come back, and also skating with the coaches and, some other guys, after practice, and you can start ramping it up a little bit more as opposed to just skating by yourself or with one other guy. So I think it's just a step in the process to get going. And obviously, it's a 4-day trip or a 4-game trip where it's a week, so we can get a lot done, with these skates and get used to the travel again. I think all that is going to help coming back.
Are you lobbying to get back in earlier than they want you to come back? Or are you cool enough?
Yeah, I mean,
to be like, whatever you say, Doug.
Yeah, it's it's a constant line of communication on that one. That seems to be changing, and yeah, I mean, if you ask me, you probably know the answer. It's when I get out there, I feel good, and but just getting back into it, more reps. Like I said last time, the contact's a big thing where you got to get back to that and back being comfortable with that, and for me, it's once you get in practice, you want to go. There's one way to practice for me, and so it's been good doing that, and I've felt good doing that stuff, their contact and whatnot. So, yeah, we'll see. I don't know. It's as soon as possible.
Yeah. Have you taken a hard hit yet? Like a hard hit?
I wouldn't say like an open ice body check yet or anything, but got into some battles, the other day and some 3-on-3 down low and, just face-offs, different things like that. We're doing some little bit of box outs today. There's a lot of different things that you can do that you don't think about until you're coming back, and a lot of different scenarios out there. So trying to touch on all of them and, working with Bowler, he's, they're a good way to get the big pads out there, start hitting you with those and just kind of ramp it up from there. So it's all part of it and continue to build on it, I guess.